Hello and welcome to Cryptosarthi. Let us continue our analysis on the near protocol cryptocurrency. In the previous cycle, it followed many patterns as similar to in the current ongoing cycle. When each pattern ends, I mention the number along with some of the alphabets. As you can see over here in the previous cycle, which is cycle 1, I have mentioned the numbering from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when the pattern ends. Similarly, in the second cycle also I mentioned the number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after the numbering over, I also mentioned the alphabets A, B, and so on. C, A, B, and C. Now, in the current cycle, which is the second cycle, this one ongoing cycle, it is important to understand after 1 month how much it has progressed. So as you can clearly see in the previous cycle, the point X and Y, it followed, and currently it is following this X and Y line or X and Y pattern over here. That is why it is also once again adding one more similarity in this pattern. So far we were having similarities around 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, and till this point, till this downtrend. Now we have one more similarity, X and Y. Similarly, it will be added to this graph X and Y. After the Y in the previous cycle, we have this followed by downtrend from Y to C. So it might be possible that it can also continuously follow the same pattern which was following in the previous cycle. Because of so many similarities, it can follow the same pattern, and from this point it can go towards the C. Right now C is at far distance from this point. So this is the point of discussion over here. We can make the C, how C is moving in the second cycle, whether it will be at this location or this location. To understand that, first you see the magnitude of each and every pattern. So in the previous cycle, the magnitude is very large. The magnitude here means the length. For example, 5 and A. This is quite a large. 5 and A, it's quite large. And 5 and A in the second cycle, it is not that big or large. That means amplitude is decreasing. Not only amplitude, the time also decreases. So as you can see over here, from this point to this point, X point, we are having time period of approximately, starting from this point to this point, approximately 259 or 260 bars or 260 days, approximately 260 days or 37 bars. On other hand, if we follow the same pattern in the second cycle, we'll have from this point to this point, we'll have 84 days or 12 bars. So drastically reduce the number of bars. That is simply suggesting that whenever the minima will happen, for example from Y point to C point, this took a long time period, such as like 231 days or 33 bars, but it will not take this much time period in the second cycle. So it will be approximately equal to, if we can consider this and divide by this, then I think we will have a fraction to understand how much it can vary. So from this point to this point, this is approximately 40 bars or 287 days, 41 bars or 287. So we are considering 40 bars. Similarly, we can also consider from this point to this approximately 15 bars or 100 days you can consider. So 15. So 40 by 15 or 15 by 40 is your ratio. Now 15 by 40, if you multiply with this number, you will get the approximate time how much you will be able to spend to reach the second cycle minimum or second cycle end. So from this point to this point, it is approximately 37 bars, and we can multiply by 15 by 40, and based on that we will estimate. So the number will be approximately equal to 15 by 40 multiply by 37 or 259. So 260 you can consider. Multiply by 260 days. So approximately 97 days or approximately 14 weeks. So 14 weeks it is going to take, not more than that. As much time it took from this point to this point, similar time it will take. So 14 weeks, if you are considering the 14 weeks time period, then how much it will be from this point to 14 weeks will be till this point over here. So this can be approximation of ending of this cycle. Instead of this point C, it can be approximately somewhere here. So we have now understanding of the end of the second cycle. It can be somewhere here instead of here. That is based on the scaling from previous cycle. But still we have significant time from this point to this point that it will follow the downtrend. Now let us also see other criteria such as Kiley criteria. So we have the estimation of Kiley's criteria and number is coming as a negative number. Negative number means Kiley criteria is actually it helps to determine how much to invest in a given asset. Like if Crowley criteria is coming out to be 0.5, that means 50% you can invest in a given asset. So whatever amount you have to invest, out of that amount 50% you can invest so that you can get optimum return. But if it is coming out to be negative, that means that asset is not good to invest in because it is suggesting the negative investment, and negative investment means zero investment. Do not invest in this cryptocurrency. Definitely not in favor of near protocol cryptocurrency. Now let us also understand how other technical indicators are suggesting. So let's go to the technical indicators section over here. Now in the technical indicator sections, if we cover from the MACD is also suggesting not to invest in, because over here if you can see the blue line is crossing the red line over here. That means it is downtrend. As it follows over here, the blue line crossed the red line, then it started downtrending. Here it started downtrending, going down. So that's why it is not a good option with respect to MACD as well. MACD is suggesting the downtrend. About the RSI number is right now 35% over here. 35% is, it is showing 35% is below 50%. That means RSI is also saying the bearish movement of this cryptocurrency. Last but not the least, we have OBV, on balance volume indicator, which is coming out to be the negative number, which is also suggesting that people are withdrawing the money from the investment. They are not investing in a large but withdrawing in a large. That is why the negative OBV. Ultimately, all signs are negative for this cryptocurrency, or all signs are suggesting the bearish movement for near protocol cryptocurrency. This is Cryptosarthi to reduce risk. Thanks for watching.